Hi guys, my name is Nancy and thank you so much for watching. Today I wanted to just do a little bit of intro about me. Yes, who am I? Well, my name is Nancy, as you all know, and I am a rape survivor. Yes, my experience, I'm wearing it very well. Thank you. And I am a fighter. You might just wonder, what is she fighting? Who is she fighting? Guys, I am a fighter. I fight for my happiness on a daily. I fight for my sanity on a daily. I fight for my mental health on a daily basis. It's so important to me to stay happy. It's so important to me to actually carry on positive vibes. It's so important to me to just be to feel empowered from the inside. So yes, guys, I'm a fighter. I have had depression for just 2 years actually. Yes. But last year was a year to remember. 2019 was a year to remember because 2019 became really bad for me. It was at that point I realized that, hey, Nancy, wait, you actually have to fight this stuff. And yes, I couldn't afford a therapist or a psychologist or a counselor at the time. And I couldn't really talk about my feelings or my mind or my thoughts, my experiences with my friends, because you know what, guys, my friends actually perceive me as a very strong person. People actually see me as a very strong person. It's probably the facade, and I like it. Yes, I like it. But underneath all of that was some real stuff going down, and I needed to fight to just stay afloat. When I knew I had to do something about my depression, guys, was when I realized that I wasn't productive. Yes, I became so unproductive. So, I'm a filmmaker and I'm a script supervisor. On film sets, I work as a script supervisor. Some of the jobs are done. If you actually know the popular Sons of the Caliphate on Netflix, yes, you're the same script supervisor. And a couple of others. I did a short film actually. Sometime in 2019, I think. I don't know if it's a disaster. But I love filmmaking so much. Filmmaking is my first love. Filmmaking is my passion, right? But when I knew I needed help with my depression was when I started getting scared of filmmaking. Guys, I would literally just, my heart would skip when the phone calls come. When the phone calls come, hey Nancy, I got your number for blah blah blah, and are you ready? Are you available for this film project? Man, my heart will skip like a million and one times. Not in a good way, in a terrible way that would instantly, literally make me feel like my heart was going to, my heart was being ripped out of my chest. That's how I felt. And then I became very anxious. I didn't want to do film jobs anymore. I didn't want to be around people anymore. I started wondering and asking, can I even do this job? Am I even good at it? Like, what can I do? I started questioning my abilities and skills. I started questioning everything. And it just naturally led me to bounce every job that came through. I would just reject every job. Honestly. So my friends would call me and be like, Nancy, let's hook up for drinks, let's meet up here or there, let's go to our favorite places. And my response would be no. And I'd be like, nobody understood what was going on. Nobody understood. And that's probably because I didn't tell anybody. For me, I was really concerned about how I would be perceived if I talked about it. Let me actually say something. In my country, Nigeria, where I'm from, you guys, like, mental health is a conversation that we're not having. People really don't even think mental health is a thing. So how am I supposed to start expressing or talking about how I felt? I don't know, you guys. Tell me about mental health awareness in your country, where you're watching from. Tell me if that conversation is happening, if it's a conversation that people are having. So tell me in the comment section. Tell me what you think about it. And then tell me your stories, your thoughts, your ideas. And I really want to hear from you guys, okay? So we can just keep this conversation rolling. I really want to talk a lot about mental health. And so guys, back to me. I didn't know what to say to my friends because they might not get me. And honestly, sometimes there's no absolute reason, I think, for being sad. I had my family, right? My mom, my dad, my siblings. Yes, after my sister's passing, we all just, still held on to each other, and there was that. Okay, yeah, there wasn't so much money because I wasn't working, and I became literally broke. So that in itself made me very sad and depressed because I had tons of things I needed to do with myself, but then there was no money, right? But I couldn't talk about these things to my friends. And then I thought, okay, Nancy, you really have to fight for your sanity. You really have to fight for your mental health. You really have to fight for your happiness. I consciously chose to not stay depressed, even though I couldn't afford a psychologist or a therapist. So I started reading up on what to do and how to help myself. Guys, I'm going to tell you guys one terrible episode. This happened sometime this year. It was before COVID-19 outbreak in my country. So it was around early February. Guys, I just woke up that morning. It was one morning really. I woke up that morning, not inspired by anything, just feeling very vague, which had just become the routine. Usually when I feel depressed, my routine was more like waking up and just feeling vague and empty and not driven. I just lazy around in bed, not feeling the need to do anything. So that morning I woke up and a friend of mine called me on the phone and we were talking. While talking, you guys, from nowhere, I just started crying. It just came, and as soon as I hung up, I cried for such a long time, and I didn't know what was making me cry. That sadness just came over me, right? And I couldn't help it. And I didn't want to feel sad, but I needed to cry because it was just the way I felt. And this is just me telling you guys that as much as I have found my footing, as much as I have found a way to manage my depression, anxiety, my sadness, there are still down days, there are still sad days. But thankfully, my journal has always just really helped. I'm going to put a link to that video, how to start journaling for depression and anxiety for beginners, just in case you're wondering what journaling is. So I started journaling, and when I go back to my journal and take a look at my gratitude page, it just uplifts me, honestly. It just has a way of making me feel great. And another thing I really like about my journal is the power I write about the things I love about myself. Guys, you have to be able to just tell yourself, compliment yourself, love yourself better, okay? And that stuff really helped me. Okay, guys, a disclaimer: I am not a psychologist, I am not a doctor, I am not a therapist, I am not a counselor. I am just a fighter. I am just a girl that has been depressed, and I'm sharing my techniques that has helped me manage depression on my YouTube channel. So if you think that, you know what, you need to speak to somebody, you need some support, you need some encouragement, you need to see what I did that helped me out of my phase, then you might actually want to stick around on this channel. Guys, don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you like this, and if you're looking forward to seeing more of this kinds of content, the actual content. I'm going to drop the link to the two videos I did earlier. The first is how to start journaling for beginners 2020, and the second is how journaling and positive affirmations saved me. So those two videos, I'm going to drop the link in the description box just so you can actually see it and I hope it sort of inspires you. I hope you find some value. I hope it sort of helps you. And just know that, guys, there's light at the end of the tunnel. Whatever you need to do to feel seen or heard through your depressed stages, or through the anxiety phases, or through the sadness, guys, do what you need to do. But you owe it to yourself to be as radiant, as happy, as mentally stable as possible. You owe that stuff to yourself. Okay? So guys, this is me sending you love and light. Mwah. And trust me, you'll be fine. My name is Nancy. I am enough. I am beautiful. I know that, right? I am bold. I am creative. I am innovative. Everything is working together for me. And these are my affirmations. See you next time, guys.